Great.
Okay, thank you. How did you manage to get that to turn off? In this introduction to the air monitoring apps available within our Alpha Tracker system for asbestos consultancies, I'm going to show you how to produce the documents for a reoccupation certificate. Here we have an active session. Start again. In this video I'm going to show you some of the data capture processes an analyst would use whilst on site capturing data for a reoccupation certificate. Here's one that's already been recorded to show you the data that we have. Firstly, we have site information, which is the project number, the lab, which are pulled through from Alpha Tracker, which give you the client name and address and site address. We have a certificate number that's automatically generated, and then you record details of, say, the hygiene unit, the manufacturer, your method statement, and details of the asbestos removal contractor and the location of the work and the enclosure. We can also capture the start date and time. On the next page, we go through to the stage 1 information, capture the starting time, and then we have either yes or no questions or general text fields where we enter in details of problems or differences or any ACMs being retained. We then have another series of yes/no questions. These are simply answered by tapping on the drop down and selecting the appropriate answer. We have a pass/fail statement here and any comments that you want to make on it, and details of the analyst with the signature. We can capture photographs at this stage. That's simply done by clicking on the link, going through to the photographs page, where we can tap to capture photographs and enter a caption for each one. Start again. In this video, I'm going to show you some of the data capture processes an analyst would use whilst on site to capture the information required for a certificate of reoccupation. Here we have a session with some details recorded. It shows you the site information at the first page, where we select the project number, which has already been set up in Alpha Tracker, the lab, and pull through some of the address details. We have the certificate number, which is automatically generated, and we can enter details of manufacturers, method statements, contractors, and descriptions of the work. On the next page, we have stage 1, where we capture the start time. We have some yes/no questions and some details to be filled in. The list of questions is simply answered by clicking on the drop down and selecting the appropriate answer. We have a pass/fail statement here. In this video I'm going to show you some of the data capture processes an analyst would use on site while In this video I'm going to show you how an analyst would capture data for the Certificate of Reoccupation air monitoring app that's available within our Alpha Tracker system for asbestos consultancies. We have a session recorded here with some details. The first section shows the site information, where we select the project that we've already recorded in Alpha Tracker, which brings through some of the details such as the client name and address and site address. We select the lab we're using. We can enter the hygiene unit and the manufacturer, a method statement and some contractor details and description of the work and location, as well as start date and times. On the next page, for stage 1, we capture some details of ACMs being retained, for example, and a series of questions that have yes/no answers. Simply click on the drop down, select the appropriate answer. At the end of these you have a pass or fail selection where you can make any comments that you need to make. Select the analyst and sign off the stage 1. We can capture photographs at any stage simply by clicking on the link, using the photographs page here to capture our photographs and record a comment against each one. When we finish stage 1, we can next on to stage 2. Here again we have some yes/no questions, and we have a pass or fail option here which we can comment upon. Record the analyst and the signature, and again any photographs in exactly the same way. Moving on to stage 3, again we have a series of yes/no questions, some description of disturbance method used and some figures to put in, a pass or fail statement which again we can comment upon and sign off. Photographs, as I said, can be captured at any stage, so here they are again at the bottom of stage 3. Onto the sampling summary. Here we can capture details of the equipment used for our sampling. These are all simply test numbers in here, nothing no real data. We can capture photographs of these too, and then we can go on to recording details of up to 12 samples. We have 2 recorded here. If I just pop into one of those, you can see the type of information that we capture, simply entering the numbers as you complete the samples. And we can go back and look at each of these for any of the samples where we have recorded data. We can capture photographs for any of them. When we've completed as many samples as we need, we'd next to go onto the site diagrams, where we can capture a photograph of the site diagram, or we can load in a picture. You can use your own key here for the site diagram, and we also capture the signature to sign off the diagram, and of the analyst and of the contractor. Next page takes us on to stage 4. Again, a series of yes/no questions, a pass/fail statement with comments, and capturing the signature, and again any photographs. The photographs we can reach at the very end as well, so if we want to add any more we can do so here. And then that completes the process. So when we get onto the acknowledgement page, which is giving us a general pass or fail statement according to the entries we've put in previously. Signatures and names captured, list of who the certificate's been issued to, and then we can print off the copies here on site. We do this a page at a time, clicking on print, previewing our certificate page and clicking print to print the document, and returning through to print subsequent pages. When we finish printing, we click finish to return to our active sessions list and we can then synchronise the data to send it into Alpha Tracker. Phew. Yeah. Phone calls and all sorts going on. That and giggles.
Good. Right.
There's a lot of rubbish at the beginning.
That's all right.